my name is Zanna, and I would like to continue another video blog. I would like to talk about how diet can really influence your potential as a human being. Regardless if you're a man or a woman, if we have the wrong diet, if we put the wrong food in our body, into our body, unfortunately we cannot fulfill our potential as a human being. A little background about myself. As you can hear from my accent, I was born in Rome, Italy. I grew up there for my first 30 years. And of course, right now, the last part of my life, I've been living in America. I have, not because matters really, I don't believe that matters much, but still, I always take pride in what I do, and I'm a self-defense instructor, certified Krav Maga instructor, and also certified firearms instructor. But more important, specifically for this topic, I'm also a certified personal trainer and a certified fitness nutrition specialist with a mixed martial arts conditioning specialist. The specific part I'm trying to focus now is diet, food. First of all, the concept of diet as a word, I truly believe that it's a wrong way to approach it. If I do something as a diet, it comes to a point that I assume that it's going to be kind of a temporary solution. I don't like to have a diet. Diet means that sooner or later I will stop that type of eating or way of eating. I want to have a lifestyle that I enjoy. I want to have food that I enjoy. I want to try to eat that way every day. That's the first thing I like to get my approach to. So when I look at diet, that's the way I do. Now, I'm not trying to give you medical advice or any type of nutrition advice. This is just my humble opinion, just to let you know. Let's start to look at this though from what I think about how to regain our full potential as a human being. I'm 51 years old. I've never been to a doctor the last 30 years. I'm very proud of that, knock on something. And I'm very healthy, or at least I'm healthy. Yeah, I'm at my day sometimes, but hey, I get a flu once in a while, I can get a little tired. But I also work 14 hours a day. I get up in the morning normally at 4 o'clock and go to sleep not before 10 or 11. I work physically and mentally a lot. So I think I'm pretty good. I can still do many tasks, many physical tasks I used to do when I was in my 20s. I can run my mile, 1 mile with boots in about 7 minutes and 25 seconds. I can improve, but hey, I don't do this professionally. I just enjoy it. And by the way, I also run with my firearm. Normally I run with my gun, loaded gun and magazine. So just to give you an idea where I'm coming from. So let's look now at what exactly are the elements that we can, in my humble opinion, improve when we decide to assimilate and put them in our body. What are the dangerous things that can make us somehow not develop our full potential as a human beings? First of all, water. We must pay attention to water. Without water, there is no life. That's the bottom line. And water is so important because sometimes it's underestimated. First of all, if you drink water out of the tap, typical tap of any American city, or even European cities, by the way, you will see the water is full of chemicals that, by the way, they are mandated by federal mandates, city, states, whatever. Chlorine is just an example. Don't even get me going with fluoride, things like that. This stuff, it is not good for your full potential. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you drink every day with that type of water, you will put chemicals. First of all, it tastes disgusting. You don't want that. You want to have water like supposed to be in our primordial times, from a spring, from a river, from a clean river, from a fountain, something that was good water. So you got to reclaim your good water. Problem is, if you go drink from the tap, you're not going to do a good job to your body. That's a fact. Without getting too many details what chemicals, but that's not good. So what we got to do here, let's look at the alternative. Then you go to buy, let's say, bottled water. We got to look at that. Anything in plastic, unless it is BPA free, and go figure it out. I don't have time to go into every details. If you have regular plastic, that plastic will leach this chemical, BPA. It's called BPA. Now, this chemical is a hormone disruptor. What it does, especially if you're a man, even a woman is very dangerous, it will somehow alter the levels of hormones, the ratio between estrogen and testosterone. let's put it this way, you're gonna look more like a woman than like a man. When you put many estrogens into your body, that's not gonna look good for you, especially if you're a man, but also if you're a woman. So that plastic expensive, because at the end it is gonna be expensive, bottled water, it will start to create a normal disruption in your body, and you can work out all you want. You can eat lean all you want. And the problem you get in a way that you're going to remove that ratio of testosterone and estrogen in your body is supposed to be optimal, okay? So you alterate that. That's bad. So, and on top, seriously, at the end of the day, look what type of scam, most of the time you're going to have. You buy this bottle of water, it's nothing else but just glorified tap water, and they put a little bit of a label. That's what it is. Maybe some little osmosis filter sometime, but that's it. So stay away from plastic water, stay away anything that could be like that. Now, solution. I don't want to just give you the bad, I would like to give you also the good. Solution, try to find water that is in a bottle, glass, number one. It's a good source, and you truly come from some sort of a spring, a natural spring or origin that is certified, that is not just tap water, okay? But more important, start to look at the best solution, the smart solution. There are out there some very good filters, that water filters, that they are inexpensive, they are very, very effective. I like, for example, ProPure or Berkey filter. I have them both. I'm not endorsing them, I'm not trying to tell you what to buy, but look around. These filters, they are gravity activated, and what they do, they will start to completely purify water from all the toxins. Even if you get water from the city, they will remove all these dangerous chemicals, and you will drink a very good tasting water that has all the elements you need without the garbage. There are independent studies, for example, ProPure and Berkey, they all come with independent lab studies, and you will see exactly what they remove, certified. So it's good stuff. They're not expensive. You can buy one of these filters for about $150 to $100, depend on the size. And at that point, you save the money, and more important, you drink water that you want to use also when you cook, not just when you drink. You cook that pasta, you cook those potatoes or whatever, you boil something, even it's not really good to boil things, but when you do, for example, boiling pasta, if I use water from the tap with chlorine, my pasta will absorb that chlorine. So something to consider. So cook with the water. I also wash with the water. I wash my apples, my fruit and vegetable. I don't want any of that contaminated water from the city with fluoride or chlorine at all. So, number one, water. Number two, shower. You take a shower, you remember the skin is going to be the biggest receptor of anything. It's a porous, but the skin is porous, so we'll absorb, especially during the hot water, you'll absorb all that chlorine into your skin. So what we gotta look now, there's the same type of ProPure filters or good quality filters that will remove chlorine and other dangerous chemical adapted to your shower or to your bathtub. This is so important because you will absorb that garbage. Now, these chemicals are not just bad for you because they taste bad and they smell bad, but also they create some real potential health problems, okay? And I'm not giving you medical advice, so FDA, don't get too excited, okay? And what they do, they still create a type of potential hormonal disruption that you cannot develop your fulfillment as potential as a man or a woman. That's the point. If I put chemicals in my body, my levels of testosterone may start to change. My estrogen might be altered with the testosterone. So it is very important. Water also, it is an important element for showering, for drinking, for cooking. That's something you need to really focus first. That's the most important. Number two, we gotta start to look at also what we drink as an alcoholic beverage. I am the idea that a little alcohol is good for you. Of course, if you're not pregnant, that's of course. If you have no medical condition, of course. But what type of alcohol? When we go down to, for example, first of all, heavy alcohol, I completely think that is not a good thing. It's bad for your liver. It can create some serious, chronic problem to your body. Once in a while, maybe if you want to have a drink, that would be fine. But I would not get serious about becoming a habit to have that whiskey or that type of vodka every day. That's something I would really suggest you that is going to, in my humble opinion, remove the full potential that you may have as a human being, man or woman. Never be addicted to anything. More important, you don't want to create a type of permanent stress on your liver. Heavy alcohol is bad. I would remove that. I never really drink heavy alcohol. Maybe once in a while, a little rum. That's it. Once in a very while. Party time, once in a while. But never get drunk. Now, beer. Beer, there are different beers, don't get me wrong. There are some beers that are really good crafted, and I love them too, okay? Once in a while, a good beer, if it's made with a good water, be sure that it's not from some municipality that they have fluoride or other chemical, must be purified. There are some good vitamins in beer. But, especially for men, beer has a big problem. It's as some sort of a very high concentration of estrogens. They can start to mess up your system, your testosterone levels. When people say, hey, drink too much beer, you got your belly fat and your little boobies there, belly boobies or whatever, it is not just because of the extra calories. The extra calories, you can burn them easy. You drink a beer, run, do some 1 hour workout, you will burn it so much fast. That's not the problem. The problem is that, especially the IPA, the hop, contains some natural ingredients that they are really somehow powerful to develop your estrogen. Now, I'm not going to go into technical terms. You can figure it out yourself. But the reality is, IPA, hop, it is full of estrogen. So if you drink too much beer, unfortunately, you're not going to perform at your full potential as a man. That's a fact. So that's something to consider. Moderation is always the essence, by the way, but still, if I know beer give me estrogen, I drink it rarely. Now, one important thing, people start to look into other type of alcohol, wine, especially red wine. I have a little bit more of maybe, I don't know, partisan bias probably. I grew up in Italy, and my grandfather, both of them, they used to drink wine, a liter of wine every day with meals. Never get drunk, always was meal. So now I want to tell you what I think about it. Moderation of a couple of glasses, 2 or 3 glasses of red wine when you eat and you feast your meals, and we go there, I think it can be really beneficial if it's a good quality wine. So what I look in wine, I want to look for, first of all, wine that is organic, that has no pesticides, that has low sulfites, and it stays away from things like Monsanto or glyphosate. That's very important. Now, a little bit of a break, and thank you for watching. All right, back to this segment, video blog. My name is Luca Zanna, and I was sharing with you my humble opinions when it comes down to how to regain, how you reclaim your human potential through food and water. I hate to call it diet, because as I said before, diet is a concept that applies sometimes in just for limited times. We talk about the water, we talk about the different type of waters, we talk about the danger, or now it's hidden, not really that hidden anymore in water. We talk about, of course, alcohol. Now let's talk about the garbage, the pure garbage. Every time you touch something that has, corn syrup or anything, coloring, and supposed to be drinking fluids like sodas, you're really doing a great disservice to your body. My humble opinion, probably followed by, backed up by facts. I don't care what brand, I don't care what type of things, but anytime you touch like a Coke, a Pepsi, a Dr. Pepper, that's pure poisoning your body. That's my humble opinion. I mean, look, think about your ancestors. Can you see your ancestors how they were compared to what is the average man or woman now drinking maybe 4 or 5 or 6 cans, if no more, daily of this garbage? Without being a scientist, without being a doctor or medical trained person, you can understand if you put every day into your body just sugar, because every of these aluminum filled cans are full of sugar. I don't care what type of quantities, that sugar adds up immediately. It's a great stress on your organism. And you can start to develop almost sure, some sort of diabetes, that is related to food. So you already know, in the next 10 years, you're going to have to probably take care of that problem with some more chemicals called medications. So you're going to be overweight, you're going to be probably have a lot of crash in your type of stamina, energy during the day. You get your fix, you get your can, and then you're going to spike up and then crash down. More important, you're going to really feed something that, this is not a medical advice, remind you, but it's my humble opinion followed by facts. Every time you put sugar into your body, you feed cancer. That's a fact. Cancer loves sugar, flourishes. So that type of sugar, chemical sugar, it is perfect to make yourself a big damage. So my humble opinion, stay away from every soda that is artificially colored and also is full of corn syrup, by the way, GMO, genetically modified, now we know that, and of course sugar. I don't care if it's real sugar, it's still bad. Now, when it comes down to artificial sweeteners, that you really need to run fast. That stuff is addictive. That stuff can really mess up all your health system immediately, much faster than just regular sugar. Your mood is gonna go way weird. You're gonna have a serious problem, in my humble opinion, about everything. Proven that can be delivering tumors, cancer, and addiction, lupus, and some other very serious disease. The problem is that you don't die immediately. If you just drink and you wanna die, you're free to do whatever you want anyway. I couldn't care less. But the problem is that you will probably suffer a lot. You will go to a lot of doctors, a lot of more medications, and then you're gonna die unhappy, like a good surf, always depending on medications. They don't really fix any problem, but they just create more problems, my humble opinion. And of course, what they do, they will somehow alleviate some of the symptoms. That's what pretty much Western medicine normally does. Just now, today I want to touch fluids, water, alcohol, sodas. If you can change dramatically the way now you start to, what you put into your body, that's going to improve, my humble opinion, everything about your life. You can start to feel and somehow really live at your full potential. That's the way we're supposed to be. The problem that now sometimes we don't realize it. We are too confused. We think that the coloring garbage that you drink, that's your water. By the way, don't even get me going how much money you waste on that garbage, okay? And you gotta work even more for that, but that's not the story. So anyway, this is just my video blog when it comes down to self-defense, comes down to, of course, health in a way that, natural remedies, and more important, talking about diet and exercise. My name is Luca Zanna. I'm a self-defense, Krav Maga, and firearms instructor, also personal training certified instructor, and fitness nutrition specialist and mixed martial arts conditioning specialist by the NSM. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any feedback, give it to me. If you think you disagree, that's fine. I couldn't care less anyway, but I appreciate your feedback. Maybe I may learn something. If something you can teach me, I would love that. I'm here to learn with you. Thank you.